Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin pumping. We reclaimed 69,000 here this morning. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis as well as the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. Also, Bitcoin ETFs can soon cross 1 million BTC as traders expect November tailwinds. Send it. Also, breaking news: Meta Planet becomes Asia's second largest corporate Bitcoin hodler. Let's freaking go. We'll also be discussing the Giga Chad Michael Saylor says he'll give away his Bitcoin just like Satoshi Nakamoto. We'll also be discussing Trump election odds near 67% as Polymarket Whale bets yet another $2 million on a Trump pump. We'll also be discussing the latest from the High Priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, regarding Russia's sovereign wealth fund investing in Bitcoin mining infrastructure throughout BRICS nations with the idea of settling global trade in Bitcoin. Also, here's how Bitcoin reaches 2.9 million per coin. According to VanEck analysts, they actually just shared the rounds on TV. In fact, I'm also going to be sharing their bull scenario from the asset manager, a Bitcoin skyrocketing to 52 million per coin. That's right, the bull scenario. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much motherfucking more in today's show. But anyways, fam, welcome everyone to the live stream. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes. Then go ahead, subscribe, then hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today is pod episode 1801. I'm your host, JV. It's October 28, 2024. Lost the cover in the market. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Bitcoin reclaimed 69 G's here this morning. We're still maintaining above 68.8. And in the green, we have Ether and the majority of the alts pulling back. And in the red, checking out coinmarketcap.com. Current crypto market cap sits at $2.3 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap is at $1.35 trillion. We have 70 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours, meaning it's up 65% on the day. And checking out the Bitcoin dominance, 58.6%. Ether dominance at a multi-year low, all the way down to 13%. And the trend shows us Bitcoin dominance continue to climb as it eats against the alts during this bull season. Will things remain the same? Will they flip? Holla, let me know. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got BSV up 8%, we got Rune up 5%, and Doge up 4%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. And as you can see, the majority of the alts are correcting in the red. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. I'd say 90% of the market in the red. Zooming out on the monthly, very similar story, 90% of the market in the red. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, we're still in greed at 72 today. Yesterday, 74. Last week at 72. And last month at 64. And checking out the time chain calendar, which shows us we currently got 182,204 blocks to the next halving in 2028. We're currently on block number 867,796. And you currently exchange $1 for 1,456 sats. So stack them sats accordingly, fam. But yeah, let's get right into it. 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week, and then we'll pull up some of the live charts, which are looking lit like a mofo, as you'd expect in October. But yeah, here we go. 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. We'll run right through this. Number 1, Golden Cross sets a bullish tone for the Bitcoin price. As you can see, October, bottom of the 9th. Here's the 1-hour chart. We just got 3 days left to go. Big green candle, which you gotta love. Respect the pump. And quoting analyst Dan Crypto Trades, November itself is bound to make for a lot of the action as well. We'll send that action, Jackson, will ya? Second factor to watch out for this week, U.S. macro data comes thick and fast pre-election. That's right, November 5th, 8 days out. We have the big election. We're going to find out who the next president is of the United States of America. And according to the Polygon poll right now, Trump is up in a lead of roughly 67%. We'll dive into that a little later. Also breaking, Bitcoin nails the most bullish weekly close. We just had a hell of a weekly close, family. So setting the stage for November. Quoting analyst Red Capital, Bitcoin's on the cusp of confirming a successful post-breakout retest from the channel, which you can see here in the black. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Next target, new all-time high price discovery, currently sitting at 73.8, which we achieved mid-March. Next factor to watch out for, U.S. Bitcoin ownership stages a key rebound. That's right, quoting Crypto Quant, the strong bull run in late 2023 began with an increase in the percentage of the Bitcoin held by the U.S. entities. The sustained sideways movement at the Bitcoin price since March of this year began with a decrease in the percentage of the Bitcoin held by the U.S. entities. Next factor, the whales are consciously stacking the sats. And I'd expect nothing less. The whales are the smart money, so stack the sats accordingly. So yeah, quoting them here, as the largest key stakeholders in crypto continue to scoop up more coins from dumping the retail traders, this historically leads to the bullish outcomes, according to Sentiment. Sentiment showed that in the past 2 weeks, the number of the whale entities, wallets with 100 or more Bitcoin, had increased by almost 2%. At the same time, sub 100 Bitcoin wallets dropped by more than 20,000, which is 0.1% of the total. Quoting them here, historically, low retail activity often precedes Bitcoin price rallies. So there you frickin' go. And next, let's pull up some of the live charts for you guys. Let me switch the scene so it's very clean for you. And as you can see, this is brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase Exchange, the largest exchange here in the States. We're inching closer to 69 again. We're currently at 68,900 plus. We do have some bullish targets here in the 1 hour chart. You can see in the blue, sitting pretty at 72.5, which would take us close to price discovery. We do have a pink target bull as well, showing a top at 70,500, and we do have a bottom target, a bear target at 60,800, all here on the 1 hour chart. And zooming out from there, take a quick look at a 4 hour, which shows us a lot of targets, a lot of action. We do have a bullish pennant formation. We do have a blue bull target at 81.3 in play. November bull, send it. And we do have a green target, a bullish pennant sitting at 78.8. And then we do have a couple of bear targets. You can see the one sitting at 60,800 and a green one sitting all the way down at around $50,800. Looking very bullish here on the 4 hour chart with the bullish pennant. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the daily. Take a quick look. You can see 3 consecutive green daily closes, definitely a bullish indicator, a very clear rising wedge pattern, very bullish, but we do have a couple of bear targets in play, one at 60,800 and the green one shows us 50,700. And zooming out from the daily, we'll take a quick look at the weekly. We do still have that sexy cup and handle target. And look at that weekly close. Yeah, sitting at 124,000, which I personally feel is in play for Q4. Let me know if you agree or disagree with JV. And zooming out from there, we'll zoom out real quick, take a quick glance at the monthly. And it shows us we've had 7 months of sideways trading action. It looks like we're going to break out October close in the green. We had an itty bitty green for previous month, but I think the fireworks are about to start. Let me know if you agree or disagree, especially with presidential election looming right around the corner. And there you go, yo. Bitcoin ETFs can soon cross the epic 1 million Bitcoin as traders expect November tailwinds. 1 million bitty, let's go. And BlackRock now has over 400,000, just FYI. The United States spot Bitcoin ETFs may reach a total of 1 million BTC in holdings as soon as this week as traders gear up for a potential crypto tailwinds in November. Send it. These tailwinds include the U.S. election, the Fed potentially lowering interest rates, and Russia lifting its Bitcoin mining ban. All this month coming up in November. The U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF issuers currently hold 976,893 Bitcoin worth $66 billion, making up almost 5% of the Bitcoin 1.3 trillion market cap, as shown by Apollo and SoSo Value. And the ETFs would need to take in $1.5 billion in net inflows to buy the additional 23,000 Bitcoin to reach the 1 million milestone. It's inevitable, fam. It's coming. An average of 301 million in daily net inflows is needed for it to occur this week. Let me know if you think it'll happen this week. As Nate Gerasi tweeted here, spot Bitcoin ETFs now about 23,000 away from holding 1 million BTC, or almost 5% of the Bitcoin final total supply. Just like that, they have as much Bitcoin as Satoshi himself. Now, Bitcoin analysts noted $3 billion has flowed into the spot Bitcoin ETFs in the last 2 weeks, quoting them here. If this pace continues through November, all-time high will be inevitable. That's exactly what I'm saying. It is inevitable. Bitcoin has often surged several months after a halving event, the last of which occurred April 19th of this year, while the outcome of a November 5th U.S. presidential election could also serve as a tailwind for the biddy. And speaking of tails, shout out Nippinator. Make sure you give it up for him. Smash the likes, repost the stream. Bitcoin rallied nearly 43% in November 2020 following the May 2020 halving event, as Sleepy Joe's victory in 2020 and similar price movements could result again, regardless of who wins, according to the chief investment officer of crypto hedge fund ZX Squared Capital. Now, the Apollo Capital chief investment officer, Hendrik, however, said the biggest declining factor on whether the crypto market rallies or not is a Donald Trump victory. So will we see a Trump pump? Let me know. Quoting him here. If he does win, we believe the resulting momentum in the risk assets can drive the biddy to reach 100,000 by the end of the year. If that were to happen, Bitcoin would have set a decisive new all-time high and make big headlines around the world. That's right. Peter Shifty won't stop tweeting about it. I can't wait. Since November of 2020, Bitcoin has only seen a greater monthly gain in December of 2020 and February of 2024, the first full month after the spot Bitcoin ETF launch. Some of the recent gains can be attributed to the academic institutions, with Atlanta-based Emory University recently reporting over 15 million of the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust in an October 25th filing with the U.S. SEC. Also, the U.S. Fed Open Market Committee is scheduled to meet November 6th and 7th, where the CME Group's FedWatch tool forecasts 95% chance that the interest rates will fall another 25 basis points, which means another 0.25%, just like recently. Meanwhile, Russia lifted the Bitcoin mining ban. That's more bullishness, fam. So you already know there's a massive pile of longs just sitting under 65,000, which is also important for the support level. Lose that, the next support range would be 60,000, getting exposed. But there you go, yo. ETFs crushing it. 1 million biddies incoming. Metaplanet, the Japanese version of MicroStrategy, continues to stack the biddy. Headline reads, Metaplanet becomes Asia's second largest corporate Bitcoin holder. Let's freaking go. Japanese investment firm Metaplanet achieved a new milestone with its latest Bitcoin purchase as its holdings surpassed 1,000 Bitcoin. We're at 68 million. That's mind-boggling. 1,000 Bitcoin is now 68 million. Love it. Now, Metaplanet said it acquired another 156 Bitcoin. This raised its total Bitcoin holdings to 1,018 BTC. The company's latest investments puts its average purchase price at 61,600, which is 9.4 million Japanese yen per biddy. Now, Simon Gurovich, CEO of Metaplanet, celebrated the company's latest Bitcoin milestone on X. Quoting him here, Metaplanet now owns more than 1,000 BTC, making it one of the largest corporate hodlers of Bitcoin in Asia. And when asked by a community member if the company would keep buying the biddy, the Metaplanet exec replied, with always and forever, hinting at future Bitcoin. Of course, they're going to continue to buy. It's going up forever, Laura. Now, with Metaplanet's latest Bitcoin purchase, the company has become Asia's second largest corporate Bitcoin holder. And according to the data from Bitcoin treasuries, Metaplanet is now the 19th largest corporate Bitcoin holder in the entire world. 19th. And it's just 1,000 Bitcoin. So think of all the companies out there like, yo, how many billions of dollars does Microsoft have sitting on, or hundreds of billions? They could put that into Bitcoin. They could become one of the largest corporate Bitcoin holders in the world, if not the largest, if they really wanted to. I mean, it's open at the end of the day. We're just getting rolling. I mean, MicroStrategy, yeah, they have, what, 252,000 biddies? We got BlackRock, 400,000 biddies. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things with the total addressable wealth of the world, family. We talk about, what is it, quadrillion dollars in the world? 900 trillion, I've heard forecast total addressable market. Quadrillion, the numbers get redonkulous. All I'm saying, you ain't seen nothing yet. Despite reports saying Metaplanet has become Asia's largest corporate Bitcoin holder, Bitcoin Treasury's data shows the company still lags behind Chinese firm called Boya Interactive International, which holds 1,100 Bitcoin. Well, Metaplanet got some catching up to do, don't they? Now, Metaplanet comes as a Hong Kong-based company. Hong Kong, let's go. Gong for the Hong Kong. Called Meitu, which holds 940 of the biddy. We're 64 million. Now, let's discuss Bitcoin as a strategic treasury reserve asset. And that's actually, we're going to dive deeper into this later. According to VanEck, they predict this to occur, sending Bitcoin parabolic, which is our feature story, so stay tuned. Metaplanet revised its treasury management strategy in May, adopting Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. The firm said this was a direct response to sustained economic pressures in Japan. Because of this, it would prioritize the Bitcoin first, Bitcoin only approach for the company. I love that. Bitcoin first, Bitcoin only. What a sage motto to live by. Now, since the first Bitcoin purchase, the company's shares have performed well after disclosing additional investments into the Biddy. Meta Planet shares jumped 16% October 15th after the recent 107 Bitcoin purchase. Notice a trend. The more Bitcoin they buy, the more bullish their company becomes, the more successful their company becomes. It reminds me of a company called MicroStrategy. The company shares currently trade at 1,150 Japanese yen, which is 7.5. Google Finance data showed, I guess that's $7.50, I'm assuming, 1,150 Japanese yen, but there you go, yo. There you have it. Next story of the day, the latest from the Giga Chad Mikey Saylor. He says he'll give away his Bitcoin, like Satoshi Nakamoto. That's right. Saylor, co-founder, executive chair of MicroStrategy, the first publicly traded company to put a Bitcoin on the balance sheet, says he's following in the footsteps of synonymous Bitcoin creator, the one and only Satoshi Nippinator Nakamoto. In a recent interview with the New Zealand Herald, Saylor reflected on his personal motivation, revealing his goal goes beyond wealth. Quoting him here, "I'm a single guy." You hear that, ladies? He's a single guy. "I have no children. When I am gone, I'm gone. Just like Satoshi left 1 million Bitcoin in the universe, so I'm leaving whatever I've got to the civilization." In the interview, Saylor described Bitcoin as the future of economics, comparing it to the steel and electricity. Quoting him again, "You take away steel and electricity, those are two big ones. Take away the electricity, you have no elevator. Take away the steel, the building falls over." Saylor believes Bitcoin offers a similar foundation for the economy, describing it as clean, silent, programmable, immortal money. It's immortal. I dig that. "If you want your company, family, or endowment to last forever, Laura, you need to capitalize it with an asset that doesn't degrade," Saylor said in the interview. In his view, traditional currencies degrade like fragile economic clay or balsa wood, while Bitcoin retains value over time. The rate of the dollar is 7% a year for 100 years. When you lose 7% of your energy for 100 years, you lose 99.9% of for whatever you are. He also compared the Biddy to a battery that never loses its charge. Energizer Bunny. Take that, implying how it retains economic energy indefinitely. The Bitcoin evangelist sees the world's largest crypto as a profound step forward for the human race, because for the first time, economics crosses from being an art to being a science. Now, Saylor reflected on the role Bitcoin can play in building the future. With 8 billion people, with crypto steel or economic steel, we can build something much grander in the 21st century than all the 20th century economists struggling with clay and cotton candy. And while Saylor acknowledged that Bitcoin is not a solution for every problem, he stressed its importance as a source of economic energy. Quoting the Giga Chat again, "It won't fly you. It won't cure your cancer. It won't make you happy. It won't solve your mental issue. And it won't make your children love you. Saylor remarked. Hey, I'm a little questionable there with some of that. But anyways, it's economic energy. It'll solve half the world's problems. We'll take it. Under Saylor's leadership, MicroStrategy has accumulated 252,200 Bitcoin, worth approximately $16 billion, positioning it as the largest Bitcoin holder amongst companies in the world. Of course, we got now conglomerates, asset management giants like frickin' BlackRock. They have more Bitcoin than Saylor and MicroStrategy, but of course, it's BlackRock. They control the world. But there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts with Michael Saylor leaving the Bitcoin to the folks of planet Earth. Here's the latest with the election. Polymarket shows Trump up close to 67% right now. So here you go. Headline reads, Trump election odds near 67%. As Polymarket whale bets yet another $2 million. Let's break her down. Former President Trump's lead on the top blockchain-based betting market is nearing 67% as the mysterious whale continues to bet on his victory in the upcoming presidential election, November 5th. And thank you, Chandy, for the super. I'm going to gong you as soon as I finish this story. I appreciate the super. Trump's odds of winning the election surpassed 66.3% on the leading decentralized predictions market, October 28th. According to the Polymarket data, I mean, look right here. Harris only got a 33% chance to win according to this poll, and Trump 66.3%. And that was earlier in the day. I think it rose a little higher. This is when we checked earlier, 66.7%. Not too shabby. As Bitcoin Magazine pointed out, pro-Bitcoin Trump takes the biggest lead in the election thus far, up 33.3%. Freemasonry. In the odds. Crazy. Can't make this ish up. Trump's odds increased after a Polymarket whale or large hodler invested another $2 million worth of USD coin tokens into the pro-Trump bets. The mysterious whale has spent $7 million on Yes shares, according to the on-chain intelligence firm Look Onto Chain. Quoting them here. Since October 11th, the whale spent 7.2 million USDC to buy 11.28 million Yes shares on Donald Trump winning the U.S. election with an unrealized profit of $256,000. So let me reiterate. He invested $7 million betting on Trump, who is the clear favorite. And if he wins, he gets an unrealized profit of $256,000. Sounds a little odd. Shouldn't that be like I don't know, maybe 2.5 million? I mean, hopefully I'm misunderstanding that, because if you're going to put up 7 million, it would make sense you have to win at least a couple of million, being obviously he's not the favorite. I mean, he is the favorite. However, you see my point. With only 7 days until the 2024 U.S. presidential election, the centralized prediction markets offer more accurate predictions than traditional polling systems. According to the billionaire Elon Musk, Polymarket odds flipped in Trump's favor October 4th, marking a sharp reversal from September. By October 12th, Trump was leading by over 10 points. The mysterious Polymarket whale, known as ZXGNGL, let me pronounce that, hodls 11.2 million yes votes, worth 7 million, according to the Polymarket data. The increasing positions come after the top Trump bettor on Polymarket, Freddie Quadruple 9, bolstered Trump's odds above 60% by buying over 20 million, Jesus Christ, worth of the Yes shares up to October 18th. Now, I would speculate if someone has $20 million to put on a bet, I would like to believe he is worth $1 billion or more. That's just my understanding. If I was to put 20 million on a bet, I'd have to be a billionaire. Even if I owned or had access to 100 million, I wouldn't bet 1/5 my net worth I worked my whole life for on a bet. So, you know what I mean? Just thinking out loud, probably a giga whale. Yeah, feel me? Moreover, Freddie's transaction pattern suggests it controls 4 of the 6 largest Trump voting accounts on Polymarket, all funded with Kraken deposits, while 99% of Zingabago's bets were placed on Trump. Their account was funded by Binance. Did you see Janet Yellen was given a speech and they were asked about like the dollar, and right when she was about to answer, the sign fell down, like, of what she is? Like, you can't make this ish up. Talk about sign of the times. Let me know if you guys saw that video. Their transaction patterns are also different, with the last 2 Binance deposits worth 338,000 and 1.6 million, respectively. Quoting them here, my guess is it is a true believer who is very rich. Exactly. Trying to make a big bet. He is getting more confident as the price goes higher, and it is a confirmation bias loop where new information keeps increasing the confidence. U.S. presidential election fuels 565% prediction market growth. That's right. The betting volume on prediction markets rose over 560% in the third quarter to reach 3.1 billion across the 3 largest markets, up from just 463 million in the second quarter. And curious, do any of you have any bets on who's going to win the election? Let me know. This significant third quarter growth is mainly attributed to the U.S. elections, according to CoinGecko. Polymarket, the most prominent decentralized betting platform, dominated the market with over 99% market shares as of September. So there you go, yo. And I mean, check this out. Again, 66.7% right now on Polymarket. Now for our featured story of the day. VanEck predicts Bitcoin will be worth $3 million and used as a global reserve asset by the year 2050. And also, they go on to share how Bitcoin in their bull scenario can hit $52 million per coin. So let's send the bull, shall we? I mean, here's the headline. You can read for yourself. Here's the recent, well, that's Max Kaiser right there. My apologies. Let me find the right link. Here we go. So yeah, VanEck, guy right here. This guy with the glasses, he says Bitcoin will be worth $3 million and used as a global reserve asset by 2050. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And in other news, when we're going to lead into the VanEck prediction, but this is another thing that the VanEck head of digital assets just shared. Russia's sovereign wealth fund is investing in Bitcoin mining infrastructure throughout BRICS nations with the idea of settling global trade in Bitcoin. And kudos to Max Kaiser. He predicted this 5 years ago, well ahead of his time. Early Bitcoin OG, obviously. He started telling people about Bitcoin via the Kaiser Report with Stacy Herbert back in 2011 when Bitcoin was only $1. So got to give credit where credit is due. But yeah, let's dive into this recent story of them projecting roughly a $3 million Bitcoin price, and then we'll dive into the bull scenario of 52 million. How's that sound? So yeah, Bitcoin can skyrocket to 3 million by 2050. Quoting them here, we expect Bitcoin to be widely used in international trade, becoming a significant medium of exchange and a valuable store of wealth. This leads to Gresham's law-like feedback loop. As Bitcoin becomes more useful and valuable, central banks and long-term investors will want to hold more biddies, reducing the amount of the availability in the floating supply. This scenario would result in central banks holding 2.5% of their assets in Bitcoin. Using assumptions about global wealth, investor Bitcoin demand, and Bitcoin turnover, we apply a velocity of money equation to suggest a potential price of $2.9 million per Bitcoin, translating to a total market cap of $61 trillion. Now for the bull scenario. Take me down to the Paradise City, where the Bitcoin's clean, the energy is green, and the Bitcoin's pretty, sitting at 52 milli. How you like that? So yeah, let's break this one down. Bitcoin, quoting them here, Bitcoin is the money equivalent of a wheel, or of the wheel, the invention. It is the first and perhaps the only instance where humanity creates sound money with transparency. The common high-end prediction is Bitcoin could reach 1 million. VanEck has set the bar higher for the bullishness on the Bitcoin world-changing properties. That's right. Let's get into it. It's conceivable that by 2050, Bitcoin could be used and settle 10% of the globe's international trade and 5% of the world domestic trade. This scenario would result in central banks holding 2.5% of their assets in the Bitcoin. There you go. Now, here you go. Bitcoin price scenario by 2050, base, bear, and bull scenarios. And again, this is produced by VanEck, one of the largest asset managers in the world. So as you can see here, we got some pretty fantastic numbers to be looking at here. VanEck's recent predictions further strengthening the bullish stance amongst industry experts on Bitcoin's future. In the shorter time frame, they reported that the key industry figures believe Bitcoin will reach 100,000 by year's end. I definitely agree with that. I mean, 100,000 is very, very easy, considering where we're at in the cycle. We just had the halving April 19th. We hit an all-time high pre-halving for the first time in Bitcoin history, which is another sign of the times. And also, we have the massive institutional adoption, in which we did not have in the previous cycles. So you got to consider all of this, you know what I mean, of where we're at right now. So let me know your thoughts. Could you see the bull scenario playing out, hitting 52 million by 2050? Can you see the very base scenario of 3 million and it becoming a global reserve asset? Let me know your thoughts and I'll read your comments out loud.